I welcome you to our first ever episode of Medlife, where we prioritize your health and your well-being. I love a particular quote from Buddha which says, "To keep your body in good health is a duty. Otherwise, we'll not be able to have a clear and strong mind." That means that it's our responsibility to stay healthy and have a clear mind. That is why Medlife is here to give you daily health tips to improve your daily life. And so, I want to remind you of the standard definition for health, which says that health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of a disease. And so Medlife will be tackling these three broad areas: your physical, mental, and social well-being. And so today we'll be handling your mental well-being, and I want you to stay tuned. So today's topic is a special one. It is a sequel to my story I published on my WordPress page entitled Turn of Events, Dealing with Grief and Loss. So if you've not seen it, you can kindly visit my Facebook page, The Lady's Reflection, or I'll drop the link down below for you to access it. It is a story about a depressed woman who lost her loved ones and is actually going through grief, and so she wants to know how she can deal with this grief. I've realized that there are a lot of questions people ask when they lose a loved one, when they are going through a heartbreak, when they lose their job. There's so many questions and there's so many ways that people handle grief, and that can affect our mental health. So today, this is what we are going to handle. So stay with me. Grief is a natural response to loss. You may experience all kinds of difficult emotions, such as shock, disbelief, anger, weight loss, or some physical symptoms. Coping with grief can be very difficult, and so it's very important to know how to deal with it. What are some of the causes of grief? Death of a loved one, miscarriage, losing your job, or financial hiccup. Another cause is losing a pet. Yeah, people really go through a lot when they lose a pet they love so much. Another major cause, especially in the middle class, is relationship breakup and divorce. This is very important because it's one of the main reasons for mental derangement or people being admitted in the psychiatric hospital. And there are so many other causes of grief that we don't want to talk about because we want to save time. But I should know, as I said earlier on, that grief is a natural process. So whenever you are experiencing any emotional difficulty, it means that you're healthy and your emotional state is intact. So don't be scared. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. So there have been a lot of misconceptions about grief. A lot of people think that it's so important to be strong in the face of loss. Some people also think that ignoring your pain or ignoring the fact that you're going through emotional difficulty will let the pain go faster. Some people also think that moving on means forgetting about your past and letting go. My dear, living in denial is very deadly. It can affect you later in life. For once or for the moment, you might think you're actually doing something, but with time, to catch up with you. So it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to cry when you feel the pain of the loss, or you feel the pain of the breakup, you feel the pain of any emotional thing that you're going through. It's okay to also cherish the memories. Some people think that if you forget about the memories, it helps you to move on quicker and faster. That is not true. These memories are supposed to serve as a guide and the lessons for us to move on and live a better life. So don't worry about it if the memories are still there. Rather learn from your mistakes and move on. Now, assume you're a medical doctor, a mother or a sister or anyone, and then you have this particular patient coming to you every day with headaches and digestive problems, chest pain, severe chest pain, and you tried everything possible and it's not working, giving all the medication that you knew but it's not working. I think it's time to sit down and take a thorough history, because grief or dealing with the loss of a loved one can actually have physical manifestations, or people can come with physical symptoms when they are grieving. People also find themselves exhibiting some emotional symptoms such as shame, shock, sadness, disbelief, anger, loneliness, guilt, isolation, and shame. With all this being said, how then do we deal with grief? First of all, face your feelings. Accept the reality. Forgive yourself, you have to forgive, and move on. Secondly, realize that everyone deals with grief differently. So the way you deal with yours will differ from the way another person will deal with theirs. Thirdly, express your feelings in a tangible way. You can write in a journal. You can also talk to a trusted person. So if you have someone that you love talking to, you can share your grief or your emotional state with a person, hoping that you feel better after talking to the person. Channel all your energy into something very interesting. So if you have some hobbies, so if you want to learn some new hobby, this is the time to do so. You can also travel around, get some money, buy tickets, travel around the world, get used to a new environment, breathe some fresh air, and then the healing will start. Open up and talk to someone when you are ready. Do not allow anyone to force you into talking. Do not turn to alcohol or drugs. They don't help, especially with antidepressants, as they can have some disturbing side effects and can lead to drug addiction and dependency, and that can also cause withdrawal syndrome. So visit your psychologist when you think things are getting out of hand, especially if you see that you're getting suicidal or having negative thoughts. Visit your psychologist and he or she will know what to do from there. Thank you for joining me for today. I hope you have something to hold on to as you're healing or as you're helping someone to heal. Remember that healing is gradual and it takes time, so don't rush. Cherish every memory that you had with a person. Cherish every memory that you had in that relationship. Hold on to it and let them serve as a guide. Healing is on its way. Most importantly and ultimately, talk to God. He's always the answer. When things get bad, when things get out of hand, go on your knees and pray to God for help. He will empower you and grant you grace to heal. Thank you once again. Keep watching Medlife. Subscribe, like, and share. And we'll be back with another wonderful episode. God bless you.